the first game, which is tomorrow, Boxing Day at 12:30. Leicester City versus Manchester United. Do you want to go through any injuries or
Yep.
players missing?
So Vardy would be back and available. He was taken off uh, against Chelsea, I think they played. So Daniel Amarty is unavailable, Ricardo Pereira unavailable, and Sionko. United do expect Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Scott McTominay to be back.
Yeah. United very much in form at the moment. We in the Premier League, since getting knocked out of Champions League, we've done okay. We've done well. We've done really well, actually, and all our players have been turning up to every match. No major injuries, nothing like that I'm aware of, unless you know any
No,
new ones.
just going to check Wan-Bissaka and those two injuries last minute, right?
It's at Leicester home. Both of these two sides past, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 performances have been very good. Results for Leicester, I mean, they're pretty much in form. They are pretty much in form. They beat Spurs. That's saying something. That's a big statement. They lost to Everton, but before that, they haven't lost, I don't think, they lost to Fulham. That was a huge surprise, wasn't it? We did not see that one coming. And Liverpool. Yeah. But then they smashed Leeds 4-1, and going all the way back to October, they beat Leicester 1-0. But you know what? They're not in as good of a form as they were a month ago, let's say. But this is Leicester. They can pull off anything at the moment. And Man United, on the other hand, we are very much in form. All our players are available, and everyone's clicking once again. So that's good news. And no major injuries. So it's very encouraging to have all our players available at this really, really busy period at the moment. So I'm confident, actually. I'm confident that Man United should take the win here. And I'm going to say 2-1 Manchester United.
Yep. For me, I think United will win. It's just the defensive, because Maddison, Barnes, and Vardy, and Tillmans as well, can get United on the counter, especially with them playing 3 at the back. Their wing backs are also going to be quite active. So if our wing backs are not properly into the game, then we can be caught. But yeah, I think United will pull it off and will win 2-1.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. Am I going to say Merry Christmas all the time?
You might as well.
Right. Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas. Welcome to All Football. We are going to look at the match preview. Game week 15, Fulham versus Southampton at Craven Cottage, Fulham home. Now then, two sides completely opposite at the moment. Fulham not so much anymore. They've been quite improved over the past few game weeks. I mean, if we look at their few games before, they've surprised a lot of people, haven't they? So
they've drawn quite a few.
They've drawn quite a lot, so they've held teams back. Newcastle 1-1 against Brighton 0-0. They drew against Liverpool 1-1, which was a huge surprise. Against City, 2 goals. They beat Leicester, which was a huge surprise once again. So, and then they beat West Brom. So the first half of the season so far, they have been doing terrible. And then it's almost like the past 5 or 6 matches, they've had this rejuvenation. And not sure why that is, but it's I think I like the manager, Scott Parker. Oh, that's the other thing, actually. Yeah, Scott Parker, someone in his household has tested positive, so he won't be in the dugout tomorrow. So
at least for next 3 game weeks.
Yeah, because he has to self-isolate. So not good news for Fulham. And considering they're sitting 18th in the table, so that's really bad news for them. And I think a lot of the positives past few weeks has been due to the manager. So that's going to be a huge miss. And then something you want to say about Southampton? I mean, they're in good form. So,
Yeah, but there's two star men are injured, right? Danny Ings is injured. Nathan Redmond was also injured, and Vestergaard might be injured as well. So they have
ooh.
three key injuries.
So
And
the
Romeu
best.
also got red carded, so he's also not
Oh
available
yeah.
for this game week.
So Redmond usually comes on from the bench anyway, as good as he is, but he does come on from the bench. But the other three, Romeu, Danny Ings, huge miss, and Vestergaard, all three are regular starters. So they are going to miss that. So it'll be interesting to see what Hasenhüttl does. But even then, Theo Walcott is in red hot form. He's
Yeah.
been playing really good, very impressive from him. But what do you think then? This
Mm,
this game could be effectively
I think
it could be a very
Scott
entertaining
Parker
match.
not being in the dugout will have an impact, and that's
Yeah,
why Southampton's gonna edge it. But I'll go with 3-1.
3-1. That you're really going out there, aren't you? So okay,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say 3-1. Do you know what? I'm gonna say 1-1.
you're gonna go with the draw. Cool.
Yep, a 1-1. Southampton will probably play better. They might even take a win, but I do believe this resurgent, almost much improved Fulham will take it, and they'll want to play for the missing manager. So,
Yep.
yeah, 1-1.
Yep. No problem. Next game is Aston Villa and Crystal Palace. You do the intro.
Okay. Right. Welcome to All Football. Hello and Merry Christmas. This is match day 15 game preview for Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace at Villa Park, Aston Villa home. This whole season, I think Villa have had a better record away from home than at home. But having said that, it's still Aston Villa. It's still the same group of boys and the players. So, what was their last match? I've forgotten already.
Who's last
West
match?
Brom?
Sorry.
I think it was
Who's
West Brom. Yeah, it was West Brom. Aston Villa
mm,
3-0. Um, Before that, Burnley won 0-0. They drew.
and
Before that, they beat Wolves.
Crystal Palace also come from a massive battering at Liverpool.
Oh my goodness. The 7-0.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous. No one saw that coming. I certainly didn't.
But
We didn't.
at the start,
Um,
Crystal Palace did play good. Their defensive shape wasn't good, but they were attacking.
Now, all in all, I don't know why they crumbled. I think tactically it was just, or you could just say it was Klopp. That was it. Klopp just saw things and then straight away, boom. And then Salah comes on, what, 70 something minute, and he still
Yep.
scores two and assists one. That's ridiculous. So
Yep.
clearly Klopp saw something there.
Mm,
But anyway, that's Crystal Palace. So they are very much hurting. That
mm,
wound is gonna last for a while. So they're a tough side, as we know. We say that all the time. And they're going to try to hold this Aston Villa players back as much as possible. And while I don't think Crystal Palace will win, I do think that they will hold the fort. And do they have any injuries, key injuries, any of these sides?
Their injury list looks quite big. Connor Wickham is injured. Martin Kelly, Wayne Hennessy, Nathan Ferguson,
Hmm.
Mamadou Sakho, and Gary Cahill.
Yeah,
Whereas,
the thing is, we
whereas
haven't seen. Yeah.
for Aston Villa, Trezeguet, Konsa, Wesley, and Barkley.
Right. Okay. So apart from Trezeguet, Konsa, I mean, Konsa's been playing for a while now. He's out, but the other players for Palace as well, a lot of them have not been regulars for about a month
Yeah,
even.
yeah.
So, but there's still a miss, especially for Villa. Konsa's been playing absolutely amazing, and he's been very much part of this recent success that they've been having. So I don't know, man. Is it? I don't think it's going to be a balanced game so much, but in the end, I think Villa might take it. They've always got the Zaha and Izzy and Townsend threat. Yeah, so Palace for me. Palace 1-0.
I'll go for 2-1 for Palace.
Okay.
Cool. Crystal. Arsenal Chelsea.
Oh, hang on.
I'll let you get all your facts on.
They don't show it yet. They show it on kickoff. Okay.
I'll put some facts. Ooh.
All right, here we go.
Their thing ain't looking good.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a football and Merry Christmas. This is match day 15 game preview for Arsenal versus Chelsea. The game's at Emirates, I believe.
Yep.
Now then, let's see. Huge pressure, obviously. Huge pressure for Arsenal. Huge pressure for the players, for Mikel Arteta especially. And these games are going to be pivotal as to what happens not only for the rest of the season, but there's been a huge question mark on Arteta's head for his job this whole time. So, and there are managers all around Europe who are vacant, let's say. So I think it's a huge pressure on him.
Yeah, I think Thomas Tuchel is being Tuchel or Tuchel. I can't pronounce his last name, but
he just got
he's being linked.
PSG, so he's definitely being linked. Allegri is another one. Poch is going to PSG pretty much. It's done. So anyway, there's a huge pressure on them. Are there any injuries, which is the last thing they need right now? But
I can go through that. Thomas Partey, Gabriel's not available. Aubameyang might not be available. Martinelli as well suffered an injury, so he might not be available.
That last match where Martinelli, that was his first match back properly, and then he gets injured within the first 15 or something minutes.
No, first half. First half. Yeah.
First half. Oh yeah, and he came on in the second half. Then it was 10. I think that's really sad because he's one of the players I do like in Arsenal. So it's not looking good for them. Why is Aubameyang injured?
Calf injury. Calf injury.
Well, he better sort his calf out quickly because that criticism is not going anywhere. And
for Chelsea,
on the other hand,
I'll go through the injury list. Hakim Ziyech, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Reece James, Ben Chilwell.
So with Chilwell's going to be out for at least another 3 games. Ziyech was supposed to be back on Boxing Day, but unless they update something, unless they do a fitness test tomorrow, unless they do all the health checks, then he's still going to be out.
And he's going to start anyway, but whatever the case.
Yeah, he's not going to start. So, and not against. I was about to say not against Arsenal, but you know what? They're Arsenal at the moment, not looking good. So Arsenal is sitting.
Yeah, exactly.
Where are they sitting? 15th in the table and 15th, and Chelsea is 5th. So in terms of table positions, in terms of morale, in terms of confidence, in terms of
between both sides.
It seems like a lot between 2 teams, but when you consider that one is 5th and one is 15th, that just tells you how tight the Premier League is. Because 11
not points, even just that. We are only 15 games in. That is almost a third of a season, right? Because 13 games is almost a third way. And 1/3 way, there's an 11-point difference. That is massive. That is massive.
The other, I don't think there are any major news stories. So let's just get right down to the predictions. What do you think in terms of the scores?
I think I am going to go with 2-1 to Arsenal.
2-1 to Arsenal. Hello. Okay. I didn't see that coming. I'm gonna say Chelsea. I'm gonna say Chelsea 3-1.
I have a feeling Arsenal will do something. I have a feeling because they were embarrassed at City. They just had a few bad games.
Embarrassed since the start of the season, and they haven't done anything. You know what? I don't think they can shake this off just yet. I hope they do, but in the end, I think Chelsea will take this They are too strong at the moment. And while they've struggled, against Wolves and West Ham, I
Everton,
can't remember.
Everton,
Everton,
Everton.
that penalty. Apart from those two, they've looked pretty much confident, convincing wins. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Chelsea will take this. I don't. I'm inclined to say it's going to be a comfortable win for them. But considering it's at Everton, Emirates, even though there are no fans and everything, but does that home advantage play much of a factor with this Arsenal squad? Nah, at the
Not
moment I
not
don't think
even the
so.
home advantage because there's no fans anymore, so
There
there
are
is
no
no home
fans.
advantage.
And even if there are no fans, if you look at the other clubs, you at home they do want to play because they feel more comfortable, right? But with this Arsenal lot, this group of players, nothing nothing seems to be clicking at the moment. Oh, by the way, we are going to be doing a live watch along for this game for sure. I will make sure I make time for this. So tune in for that on this channel or Football 90, and we'll have some interesting discussions because I've kind of jotted some things down, and yeah, we'll make some interesting comments. Right. So what was it? 2-1 to Arsenal for you, 3-1 to
Yeah,
Chelsea for me.
these are some contradictory predictions we are doing, man.
Yeah, let's see, and it'll be an entertaining match, hopefully.
City Newcastle.
Hello, welcome to All Football. This is Matchday 15 game preview for Sheffield United versus Everton. Oh, and Merry Christmas, by the way. This game is at, where is it? Bramall Lane, Sheffield United home. Once again, this is just another side. I think that it doesn't matter home or away. They're just in terrible form at the moment, and it's not getting any better. And we're in the thick of it right now during this Christmas period. These fixtures are always tough. Not only because it's winter, it's cold, and but also the intensity and the frequency of matches. So you get what, like 2-3 day rest, 3 days rest.
No, one day for most of the teams this week because they're going to play
It's
on tomorrow or Friday, tomorrow or Sunday, and then the next game week starts on Monday.
New Year's Day, right?
No, 29th, the
29th.
midweek.
Okay. And then the 2nd of Jan or something.
Yeah, first and
Something
second of
like
Jan.
that.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, 2nd of Jan. So 29th, and then 30, 31, they get rest and first off, and then 4th day they play again. So 2 day rest, sometimes 3 day rest. But yeah, and you've said this many times before. The squad depth really is a huge factor during the festive period, and it's kicked in actually. But we're seeing the effects of it, and we're not even we are halfway through this intense fixtures at the moment. So Sheffield, any injuries?
Sheffield United, Jack O'Connell, Sander Berge, Keane Bryan, John Lundstrom, and Oliver McBurney. Those are the injuries. The main one is John Lundstrom, and I
Yep,
think
still
others
out.
are not that regular. Yeah. For
Yeah,
City, for Everton,
Ollie.
sorry.
Yeah, go on.
For Everton, though, there are some key injuries. Lucas Digne, Fabian
Still
Delph,
out. Still out. Hasn't
Jean-Philippe
played.
Gbamin. I don't know him, so he might not be that key. Elan,
Still
Richarlison,
out.
and
Oh,
James
that's it.
Rodriguez.
Okay, so out of
Everton's
those
got
ones,
five of
Alan.
their regulars injured, man.
But at the same time, like apart from Richarlison, Hammers has been out for what, 3 games? This is his 4th game. It's going to be that he's out. So of course they miss him, but
Mm,
I think Carlo would have loved to have all of his options right now,
Yep,
especially right now.
100%.
And fatigue might play a factor into it because those players that you've mentioned, they are very important players for Carlo and for this
Mm,
Everton side. And because they've been out for a while, it means that these other players have been like we've seen the same players over and over again. And so, towards the end of December, it's always fatigue kicks in, and
Yep,
it's not nice. It's not nice for a manager. It's not nice for the team. So I don't know, man. And they'll be traveling, so they're going. It's not that much of a travel, but it is a good few hours. Um,
Yeah,
Where are they going?
and
They're going
I
from
think
Everton to Sheffield. That's about
that's not that much.
3 hours.
2 hours. No, 1 or 2 hours.
Okay. Well, yeah,
But
because
either way, that's
Everton
not the
to
problem.
Manchester
But
hour. Yeah.
yeah,
the
either way, we don't want to get into it. But the most important thing
yeah
I
the
think is that Everton, I think, coming from a loss at United where they were outdone, I think it would be very difficult for them to come back for this game.
No, but then again, I'll talk about the Sheffield bit. They're 20th. You know, they haven't won. They haven't won a single game, have they? No, they haven't. They've drawn
No.
two and lost 12. Drawn two and lost 12 games this season so far, and that's a appalling record to have. So you know, I'll show. Their shining light has been their striker, McGoldrick. Okay, and like I've seen about 4 or 5 matches that he's played in. Well, he's played in most of them anyway. But whenever I've watched Sheffield play, he's been the one who looks a bit more promising and driven. So if anything, I think a goal or an assist would come from him. But
And
apart from
he's
that,
only 5.2 million in fantasy, so I have him now.
yeah. I considered buying him, but not yet. I'm going
Yeah.
to hold for a bit. But yeah, what do you think in terms of
I
the
think it
scores?
would be I'm leaning towards Sheffield win, but I'm gonna go with the 1-1 draw. Because
1-1 draw. Okay.
I think Everton's injuries are too much, and I don't think they have that drive. Don't underestimate Ancelotti because he's one of the best managers around.
Hmm.
If not, yeah, I don't want to say he's the best, but he's one of the really good managers, and I think he can bring out some stuff. But I think Sheffield are down and out. So they'll just be like, I don't care if we lose, but let's just go out and fight because it
No.
seems like we're already relegated.
Oh,
That's
with
the attitude
Sheffield.
that they,
Okay.
yeah,
No,
that's
no,
the attitude that they,
their attitude. No, I don't think they going to think like that, because at the end of the day, they want to stick into the Premier League. I know it's going to be super difficult, but until the last day, they're not going to give up. They're going to want to try and get out as soon as possible. But Everton, yeah, trust in Carlo, man. I don't. They're fourth in the table. Yeah,
yeah,
that's a Champions League position,
yeah,
and they're going to want to hold on to that. And for this Everton to lose to this Sheffield side, that's just not on. That's unacceptable for them.
mm,
So I think it will be a very it'll be a convincing win. I do believe that. And while Richarlison is the only recent regular, let's put that category, recent
Ellen as
regular to be
well.
out.
Ellen and Denier,
Alan has been
they've been,
out for 2 games before previous one, hasn't he? But that's
yeah,
what I mean
but
about recent regular. So for the past 2 games, who's been playing? Only Richarlison. And he's got picked up that really nasty injury
hope
against
he's well.
United. I hope so too, man. I hope so too. Let's hope he comes back soon. But anyway, the other players available, I think they'll take it. They'll take the win. So 2-0, I think would be a predictable score. I'm gonna go with 2-0 to Everton.
Yeah, I've gone with 1-1, a draw. Yep,
Okay. All right.
cool. Final game of the day.
All right. Go on, then you do
Manchester
it.
City versus Newcastle United. That will be yep,
Etihad.
sorry. Yeah, sorry. Merry Christmas, guys. Welcome to All Football. It is Manchester City versus Newcastle United preview. Yeah, so let's go through the injuries. City surprisingly do not have any injury. Eric Garcia is not injured. And for Newcastle, for Federico Fernandez, Martin Dubravka, Alan, Saint Maximin, Javier Masquillo, Shkar, and Lascelles. All of them are out. Apparently, if I heard correctly, I read some things where Saint Maximin, Lascelles, and McWillows have fallen out with Steve Bruce.
Really?
So, yeah, they are not going to be playing for a while,
That's
if not ever.
interesting.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay. This is not the time to be having falling out with the manager.
since
I
the
didn't
COVID
hear that.
cases. detail.
Yeah.
Since the COVID, they haven't played, right? And Saint
Oh,
Maximin hasn't played that much
when they
today.
were out for a week, like a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
Then,
and
right? Okay.
Saint Maximin hasn't played at all, right? This season, not that much.
No, at the start, everyone had him in a fantasy as well, and he was doing so well, creating chances and good plays and winning the tackles, and he looked like a strong, solid, and everyone thought this is the player, for them, one of the star players for Newcastle who to have played this whole season. But he had a minor injury, and then ever since he recovered from that, yeah, you're right, he hasn't played much at all, not as much as we expected him to. So that's a shame. I don't
Yeah,
know why. That's just Steve Bruce. He needs to fix up.
yeah, and they also had a midweek loss to Brentford, which was very surprising in the Carabao Cup.
Who was it?
So
Joshua De Silva for Brentford. Unbelievable. So while it was only 1-0, that's not the point. This is a Premier League side losing to a decent team, but championship. So
there's a
you kind
class
of didn't
difference.
expect. Exactly. So I think that's
But
down to the
yeah,
manager.
yeah, forgot about other two injuries for City. COVID positive Kyle Walker and Gabriel Jesus.
Right.
So
Yeah.
those two have tested positive. That means that they both won't be available either. So Aguero will have to start up front, and instead of Kyle Walker, it will have to be Cancelo or Benjamin Mendy.
Yeah, Cancelo's been playing, so Mendy's that's his call to
Yeah,
start.
Cancelo will have to
Am
go
I
to Walker's place, and then Mendy will
yeah,
go out.
central? Yeah, I think it's probably time to buy Aguero. Yeah, but they've got other options. I get even Ferran Torres can play in that position. They have Sterling, obviously.
Yep,
Um,
Sterling,
but
bank on Sterling, man. He is
Phil Foden,
out.
if you push Sterling towards the middle there, and then Phil Foden starts on anything, they've got so many options. They got Bernardo Silva on the other side and everything. So
Mahrez
in
as
terms
well.
of Mario, oh my God, they're not short of players. They've got
Yep,
plenty of
exactly.
options. So it's not like a huge blow for them.
Yep.
Uh,
Who would
right.
you? What scoreline would you go for?
Quite predictable. Man City for the win. As to how much, Aguero's playing, man. Hang on. This is against Newcastle. Aguero loves to play against Newcastle. You know why? Because he scores at least a hat trick every time. Right, I'm going for a big win, 4-0 to 4. Callum Wilson, 4-1, 4-1 to
Good, you
Man
didn't go
City.
for my scoreline. I have 5-1 in my mind.
Yeah, you know what? They've every time they've played
Sterling to score a hat trick.
Sterling for the hat trick. Fair enough. Aguero's
He's
gonna
my
get at
captain.
least a brace.
I'm gonna keep him a captain because City
Yeah,
love
do it.
Newcastle, man. City love Newcastle.
Yep, this is the fixture, isn't it? Where is it? Etihad. There you go.
Etihad. Yeah. So
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
I think that's it. Should we do the other games next week? Tomorrow, I mean. The other
When are
games.
they being played?
On Wednesday. Sunday,
Sunday.
sorry. Why am I? These days are confusing now that
I
it's
know, man.
Christmas.
Trust me. I had to think today. What day is it today? All right.
Yeah.
We'll do these tomorrow. At
Yep.
some point, we'll just
Cool.
only half an hour, get everything done.
Yep.
Because we'll get some more news. Yeah.
We'll get because we'll have break after City. Yeah. Thanks guys for tuning in.